Hello everyone and welcome back to Monsters of the Past. As always, I'm your host Mr.G, and today I'm here in Australia to talk about one of the biggest lizards who have ever lived. Ladies and gentlemen, Megalania. Megalania means great roamer, and is a member of the Varanidae family. It was a carnivore that lived during the Pleistocene in Australia. Due to only being known from fragmentary remains, Megalania's true size is up in the air, but based on proportions comparing it to other monitor lizards, it's estimated to have reached lengths of close to 24 feet long, which would make it the biggest terrestrial lizard ever. It would have been the biggest lizard ever, but mosasaurs exist. Megalania was a monitor lizard, which means that it had sharp claws, was an active predator, and it may have even had a venomous bite like the Komodo dragon. But that's debatable. Although if it was venomous, then it would hold the record for the largest venomous vertebrae. One thing to note is the fact that Megalania is not actually the name of its genus like most of the other animals in this series. It used to be, but recent DNA tests reveal that it was a member of the Varanus genus, which is the genus that includes all modern-day monitor lizards. However, Megalania is still what most people, including scientists, call the animal, so it's not like the name has been retired, it's just become the common name rather than the scientific name. One last thing we need to talk about is the fact that just like another prehistoric animal with the word mega in its name, Megalania is sometimes thought to still be alive out there, somewhere in the outback. Now, if you want my 2 cents on this issue, I don't personally think Megalania is still out there, mostly because of a lack of evidence. Since basically every single piece of evidence towards it is eyewitness sightings, which is objectively the worst form of evidence. Since eyewitnesses can have ulterior motives, they might not have seen things right, they could be lying to get attention. Really, eyewitnesses are just terrible. Like, people have claimed to see giant lizard tracks, but we don't have pictures of those tracks or even casters. People have claimed to see 30-foot-long lizards, but how do we know they aren't just lying? And not to mention they could have been at night when it's hard to make out things. And also, it's very hard to get size estimates at something you only see for a few seconds. So if you want my opinion, I think most Megalania sightings are people either confusing them for Australia's other monitor lizards, or they could potentially just be rogue Komodo dragons. Indonesia's not that far away. Okay, let's just look at the card before I go on another Megalodon-style rant. Okay, first of all, they're calling it the giant goanna, which is a name I have never heard anyone call Megalania. It even straight up says that more people refer to it as Megalania than giant goanna, so why are they calling it that? Anyway, one error is that this was made during the time when Megalania was the genus name. They got its name translation wrong. They claim that Megalania means giant butcher when it means great roamer. I'm pretty sure this is the only time these cards got an animal's name translation wrong. Oh, also, this isn't an error specifically relating to Megalania itself, but rather to monitor lizards in general. It recounts the old rumor that the reason their bites are deadly is because they're full of bacteria, even though nowadays basically all herpetologists agree that monitor lizards do indeed have true venom. Overall, I give this card a 7 out of 10. Now let's look at Megalania's sporadic appearances in non-documentary pop culture. Please note I said non-documentary because I really don't feel like hunting down documentaries just to see if they had Megalania in them. Megalania was in Jurassic Park Builder. You would think it would freeze to death considering it's literally in the middle of a tundra, but it's alive somehow. Then again, Jurassic Park has done stupider stuff, so putting a lizard in basically the Arctic, I wouldn't put it past them. And that's really sad that I believe they would do something like this. And its only other appearance of a non-documentary work I could find is in the video game Ark Survival Evolved, where it's a poisonous animal that lives in caves. And, its gimmick is that it can climb up walls. That's all for this episode of Monsters of the Past. Join me next time when I talk about Gallimimus's diminutive cousin. Bye!